Et bienvenue, mes amis, and welcome to this, a vocabulary edition of Bonjour and All That. And today's vocabulary, well, it's our Unit 3A vocabulary, and I think you're going to like it because it's all about computers and stuff. All right. Now, you know how this works, but I'll go ahead and tell you anyway. I'll pronounce the French word twice so you can hear how it should be pronounced. And then I'll show you what it means in English. And at any time, of course, you feel free to pause this video and practice the pronunciation for yourself. All right, we've got 45 terms to get through, so we'll just go ahead and get started if that's okay with you. And the first one, as you can see, is the word un clavier. Un clavier. And what does that mean? Why, it means a keyboard. All right. Number 2. Le courriel électronique. Le courriel électronique. And that's a mouthful, and it means your email, but it means like your email program, not an email message. We'll get to that later. All right, next up. Un disque dur. Un disque dur. And that's how you say hard drive. Un document. Un document. And it's obvious what that means, but we'll go ahead and say it anyway. Document. Okay. Hey, there's another one. Let's see what it is. Un dossier. Un dossier. And that's a pretty French word for a folder. All right. Un écran. Un écran. And that word means screen. All right, seeing how this goes? All right, it's a nice vocabulary, ain't it? All right, we'll go on. Here we go. An email. An email. All right. Yes, they took it right from the English. They pronounce it like we do. And this is the one that means email message. Okay? Un fichier. Un fichier. All right, and you say that for file. L'internet. L'internet. It is masculine, and yes, it does mean internet. Very good. Some people like to capitalize this word. Feel free. Okay, but I'm going to move on to number 10. Un lien. Un lien. And that's the good old word for a link. You see those every now and then on your web pages. Un logiciel. Un logiciel. And that's a good word for a program. That's like a computer program, of course, not like a program on TV. That's another word. All right, here we've got a phrase. Un mot de passe. Un mot de passe. And that's how they say password. So maybe you can make that your new password. Okay, on we go. Un navigateur. Un navigateur. And that's how you say browser. All right. Un nom d'utilisateur. Un nom d'utilisateur. That's a mouthful. And what it means is username. Un ordinateur. Un ordinateur. And you know this word. It means computer. Okay, can't have computer words without the word computer, right? Okay, we're a third of the way through. We're going to keep going on. Un portable. Un portable. And that's the word for a laptop. It's a portable, of course. Un réseau. Un réseau. And that's a pretty word for network. Un site internet. Un site internet. And you can figure this one out. It's a website. Un Wi-Fi. Un Wi-Fi. Don't you just love that word? I'm going to say it again. Wi-Fi. It's just so much fun. And yes, it does mean Wi-Fi. Okay. Here's an interesting one. Une clé USB. Une clé USB. And believe it or not, that's the word for flash drive. Une connexion. Une connexion. Notice the X there instead of the CT that we're used to in English. All right. Une connexion. And yes, that does mean a connection. Les données. It's feminine. Les données. Any ideas? All right. It means data, or some people might say data. Notice how it's plural in French. Interesting, isn't it? Okay. Une imprimante. Une imprimante. And that's the word for printer. Let's see what's waiting for us. Une pièce jointe. Une pièce jointe. And that's how we say an attachment. Interesting expression. Une souris. Une souris. And that's the good old word for a mouse, like your computer mouse, and it's also the word for the actual living creature mouse. All right, so we get a twofer there. Cliquer. Cliquer. And it's often followed by the preposition sur. Cliquer sur. And that means to click on. All right, so now we've moved into our verbs, obviously. Let's see if we've got any more of those. We do. Copier. Copier. Yes, I know, you know what it means. It does mean to copy. Okay. Créer. Créer. It's an interesting word because you got those two E's together and one of them's got an accent mark. But créer, simply the word for to create. We do a lot of creating on the computer, don't we? All right. Effacer. Effacer. Now, before you've heard me use this word to mean erase, and it does mean to erase. It can also mean to delete. Okay, we do a lot of that on the computer too. Entrer. Entrer. Right? And again, you know this word. It means like to enter into a room. Well, you don't just enter into a room. You can also enter data or enter some sort of information on the computer. So it means to enter. Envoyer. Envoyer. And that means to send. All right, we're getting down toward it. Let's see. Fermer. Fermer. And that's the way we say to close. All right, like to close a file or to close a program. Imprimer. Imprimer. And that's a word for to print. Ouvrir. Ouvrir. And the definition would be to open. Just like you can close a program or a document, you can open a program or a document. Okay. Partager. Partager. And you do a lot of this over the internet. It means to share. 10 more to go. Poster. Poster. Okay, yeah, it doesn't take a real fancy detective to figure out this means to post. Rechercher. Rechercher. And that's how the French say to search. And we do a lot of that on the internet, certainly. Here's a big one. Sauvegarder. Sauvegarder. And that nice word means to save. All right, such as saving your work, saving your document. Yeah, that kind of thing. Télécharger. Télécharger. Got those two E accent aigus there. Don't forget them. And this is how you say to download. Okay. Next, déconnecter. Déconnecter. And notice this is an adjective, of course, and we form the feminine by adding an E, although it doesn't change the pronunciation. Déconnecter. And yes, it looks like disconnected, and it can mean disconnected. It can also mean offline. Okay, because when you're offline, you're disconnected. Bien sûr. En panne. En panne. Oh, this is an interesting little adjective, isn't it? And this means down, such as when you say the internet is down or my computer is down. That's what we mean here, not the direction. Okay, so en panne for that. En ligne. En ligne. And that's how you say online. All right, just 3 more to go. Numérique. Numérique. Again, we like these kind of adjectives, just one form. And that's how you say digital. 2 more to go. Well, this one's rather obvious, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. Obsolete. Obsolete. Yes, it does mean obsolete. And what's the last one? Well, I won't keep you in suspense. It is sans fil. Sans fil. All right. If I tell you sans means without, can you guess it? It means wireless, without wire. Sans fil. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of this 3A vocabulary, all about computers. I had fun being with you and sharing it with you. I hope you enjoyed listening and pronouncing. And I will see you again very soon. Au revoir, mes amis.